Former President Trump now holds up to $500,000 in Ethereum, and this is making a shift from his past skepticism in the digital market. Now, his investment signals growing mainstream and adoption and acceptance of digital currencies among institutions and leaders around the world. So let's dive into and discover the strategies that will guide you to profit from this ever-changing crypto landscape. So let's start from the beginning. Donald Trump, the one and only, is diving into cryptos. So before we dive into the market and what we're getting into and out of today, I do want to talk about this because this actually signals massive adoption and growth in the market. So Donald Trump, once very negative towards cryptos, are now holding up to $500,000 of Ethereum. And not only that, they even created an NFTs, non-fungible tokens, these portraits and paintings on the blockchain. He created an NFT collections of him portrayed as a superhero that you can now buy, and he made millions from that. And that just shows you that if you're creative, you can make so much money by actually being creative in these new innovative market like cryptos are. So Donald Trump getting in there now. We are getting close to the election as well, which is going to take place in a not too distant future, and hopefully we're going to get a little bit more of a pro-crypto government in the US. That would be really good for cryptos. But what I think this means is that if Donald Trump is getting in, he has a lot of followers, and they're going to go, well, hold on a moment, so maybe cryptos are not that bad, which is exactly the point, right? And hopefully that's going to aid to the adoption. But not only that, cryptocurrencies are really now taking off, and we are seeing now, together with BlackRock, their CEO Larry Fink, he says that crypto will transcend any one currency. So he keeps being very positive towards cryptos. And not only that, he's not the only one. Coinbase is building out their very own layer 2 solutions like we spoke about last week. Citadel is getting more involved. JP Morgan is as well with their cryptocurrency, and PayPal as well that we spoke about. And we're trying to find out if the stable coin that PayPal is creating is good or bad. But this is now showing we're getting closer and closer to the big events in cryptos that hopefully will lead to a bull market. Now, I'm talking about the halving event, and all these events of positive news are kind of adding to that as well. Last but by no means least, before we dive into the opportunities we have, I do want to speak about the inflation. So we did get last week the update for the CPI and the PPI announcement of the inflation in the US, and we got mixed signals. We got both positive and negative actually, and for the first time in a very long time, we actually saw an increase of the United States inflation rate, which is good news. And they do think that Fed will pivot towards the end of the year, which is why we've seen the market go up a lot. But we also got some negative news at the same time, which had the tech really fall a little bit backwards. And together with the semiconductors and Nvidia for the first time with the AI hype took a nosedive as well. And we're looking for some really good entry points around these regions. So now we're going to look at the investments we have. Now remember this, you can press the link below and become an IM Insider today and actually learn this very strategy we're using here on Trades of the Week. And looking at this, we actually took profit here on PayPal not too long ago, a week or so ago, of 9%. And now we have another entry point that I spoke about last week, and we're going to enter around $63.22. And then we're in some other opportunities as well. We're in PAAS is one example. This is a gold miner. We took 12% profit on that one. And then we have Cardano. We're slightly in a loss on this. So do your research. You can get in at an even better price than we did with our PCA strategy, which is the dollar cost averaging strategy, but on steroids. That's our version of it. So that's a famous strategy that a lot of hedge funds uses, and we have an improved version that you can learn for free by pressing the link below. And then with Micron Technology, we took a profit of 10% from our first entry. So we're aiming for 9% with this strategy, as you know. XRP, we entered the first time, so in a few days actually, so in July, now in August, so 23rd or so. So we're getting close to it, but a few more days, and then we're going to enter into a second entry on XRP if it stays below here. So it's really just patience, right? We don't need to panic. We want it to go down so we can enter more times. Tesla, we're in once, so we're going to enter again next month in this as well. Solana, we're slightly in profit on. We did enter around, we're up 10% or so, we enter around $23.22. And Ethereum, we're waiting for a new entry. We entered over here. We took a profit of around 9% on Ethereum as well. And now we're also waiting on Nvidia to go down a little bit further now to around 20% before we enter the first time. But for this week, we are entering into PayPal, and PayPal is a great company, we believe, and they are at the forefront of this with the stable coin they have created now. We're going to see the precautions of this and what's going to happen, but we do believe that the crypto bull market is just around the corner. And last but by no means least, looking at Bitcoin, we might see a little bit of a fall in the market here, like I've drawn here, to then go up in value over there as well. So we'll see what's going to happen. But like I said, make sure you do your analysis, and we're entering PayPal and we're using eToro for that. So we're entering this into our very own PCA calculator, which you can get your own version by going into the I Am Insider page by clicking the link below. And we're putting 500 as the first investment in, because that's a good amount we could invest on a monthly basis. And if this has gone up in value and we take profit, for example, with PayPal, well, then what we do instead is we choose a different asset. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go into eToro, I'm going to search for PayPal, and then press trade, and we're going to put $500 in this, and we're going to have no take profit, and that's it. Buying 7.9 units there, set order, boom. So now as soon as the market opens, we're going to be in this opportunity.